So what you have left over is the mental ray material cooked right into the object. So you got all the shine, all the goodness of a whole render, always there no matter if you render it or not. So it's moving really slow now. So what I'm going to do is go in here to my Adobe Photoshop and open up this texture and show you what it looks like and show you what we can do with it. Because it's not over yet. I mean, really, this is kind of like the precursor to laying some textures on top of it and working with it to get even more. Let's see here. So that is located under the third layer of hell on my hard drive. Okay, so right here, render data, mental ray, light map, axe color 3. So there it is. And you can even see it captured the reflections of the gold from this object over to this object. So that's easily to cover up with the clone stamp tool if I need to. But by the time I add some good stuff to it, like let's say black steel texture, and I need images that are larger than at least 2 megapixels. And I find something that has a really like over the top. Here's grunge. This is kind of cool. That is absolutely perfect. I'll take that for $1 and copy it and paste it over here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just stretch it out. Sometimes I won't stretch texture because you lose a lot of resolution. This is a 4096 map, so I have some resolution to stand to lose. Multiply it, and voila. Look at that. That's amazing. Okay, now it's just going in here with the eraser tool and erasing that back onto things that don't belong in that texture group. And let's see. I like this. This is pretty neat. So I think I'll steal that too. From a scrapbooker section, no doubt. You ever been to the scrapbooking aisle? Oh my god. It's got all the hidden treasures of the world, but you feel so awkward going into it because they got a bunch of really old ladies there, and you know, here you are just pulverizing their supplies. There we go. And let's say put that to multiply too. And again, I'm just sitting here cutting out things that don't belong in this texture group. And that one could be turned down just a little bit. I just need a slight texture for that. I'm sure they didn't have perfect gold back then. And let's see, what else? How about wood? Texture. That's perfect. Notice I'm not greedy. Just steal anything. Wood's pretty easy to manipulate. You can actually stretch it quite far linear wise. If you hold Alt, you can take and duplicate this over without going over here and duplicating it. And these two channels, I could probably layer merge down and turn this one to multiply again. That's too dark. How about soft light? Soft light works really well with this stuff too. Perfect. Okay, now I'm not going to be stupid about this. What I'm going to do is go in here and hold Command over the top of this, and it'll take and highlight all the pieces before. Well, those parts don't belong in here, so I can delete those. And now if I hold Alt and click over here, those parts don't belong on this one, so I can hold Delete and get rid of those. And there we go. I just now texturized that within, well, under 10 minutes. And if I miss some spots, like right here for instance, I can go back in here with some tools. Let's say this plus warp equals good cover up job. Same with this. And a lot of that might be some texture hanging out in this area too. So I got to be really careful about how fast I go and what I cut out. Like this for instance. It doesn't belong there. This doesn't belong over here. And then this belongs a little bit more on this. I wish you could add more warp points. Boy, wouldn't that be handy. And as I said, if you wanted to cover this stuff up right here, you could make a new layer. And use the clone stamp tool by using all layers. And it should cover that up pretty good. What am I missing here? Well, in the next video I'll keep continuing to do this. Until then.